And we're back with another episode today. I'm your host, Josh Raphael, and this is our co-host, Will Young.
Yes, sir. It's your boy. Yeah,
We
mic'd up
got
now, y'all see.
look, he got his little mic. He don't know how to act.
Mic'd up now.
He
Look.
might not. Hey, but we got a lot to talk about today. You know how this go already. You know the rundown. We got the best sports content for you guys.
Big
And
facts.
first, we're gonna start with some NFL news.
Mm-hmm.
Really starting with tonight with the Bills versus the Patriots.
Ooh,
And
that's a good one.
I've been seeing like a lot of reports like that really genuinely see the Patriots being Super Bowl contenders.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Will, do you think they're for real or do you think they're frauds?
Nah, they legit. Patriots are legit, and I say I don't mean to like jump on like the hype train or whatever and be like, oh, since everybody, because I'm gonna be honest, I thought they was gonna be mid. Start the season, I was mad when they let Cam go. I was like, whatever, they let Mac had a team, but man, I mean, the Patriots just look like at this point they have a complete team, just all around offense and defense. Nothing. It's crazy. It's just the Belichick way, like nothing spectacular about the team. It's not like Mac Jones is putting up crazy numbers type. I mean, he's game managing and he's hooping. And the defense is playing together. They just they just a complete team, man. And hey, they look legit. Like that's all I'm gonna say. They look legit.
I see what you're saying. And
Mhm.
but my thing is like I feel like the Bills, besides obviously they played the Cowboys, I believe. The Cowboys and the Bucks,
Mhm.
like the Bills are really like one of the legit teams that they're playing. Like I just feel like their schedule, at least up to this point,
Mhm.
hasn't really been like a crazy hard schedule, if you get what I'm trying to say.
But you gotta think though. I mean, Josh Allen has been playing horrible lately, out of his mind. Horrible.
They
The
have.
Bills collectively they have not been playing well at all, and the Patriots are hot and they look like they figured it out. If you ask me who I'm going to take tonight, I'm gonna take the Patriots.
Yeah, I see why you
Hmm.
say that. Like I see why you say that. But like I said, besides the Cowboys and the Bucks, like them boys have not really played anyone good like that. And they
That's
lost
true.
those two games.
That's
You know
true.
what I'm trying to say? Yeah, they had a little showdown with the Bucks in week one, but
Hmm.
they lost those two games. You know what I'm trying to say? So I'm
Yeah,
not trying to say like they're discredit them and say they're not good or they're not legit, but I mean, like, I just have to see them beat more quality teams. You get what I'm trying? Like, if they could get this dub tonight, then to me, I might put it in there. Like, okay, like them boys might be something serious. You know what I'm trying to say?
I mean, I don't know. Even if they went tonight, I wouldn't even say tonight is truly a test. Just based off how bad the Bills have been playing, how poorly Josh Allen has been playing, I wouldn't even say tonight if they win. Unless it turns out to be like a shootout and Josh Allen going stupid and the defense going crazy or something like that. I mean, unless even if they do win tonight, I wouldn't say this would like solidify for me at least, them being a legit team.
Mm.
They might have to do something else another week. But either way, I definitely think they're contenders at this point.
But I just don't know about Super Bowl though. Like you said, Mac Jones has been playing good, not great. He's just been playing. Has been doing his job and managing the
Hmm.
game, what he's supposed to be doing. You know what I'm trying to say? But like when you sit here and think about it, like in order to really win a Super Bowl, I feel like you need a quarterback that's going to take you over the top. You get what I'm
Agreed.
trying to say? So
Hmm.
I just don't think like Mac Jones is going to take them over the top or anyone on their offense for that matter. Cuz if you look at their offense
That's a
like
good point. Yeah,
they're just a well-balanced team, you know what I'm trying to say? They don't
exactly.
have
Nothing too
like
spectacular. Look,
yeah,
it's
they don't
just
have like a star or someone that's gonna really change that team for them. They don't. On
that's
defense,
facts.
they have Stephon Gilmore and they traded him. So I get it. I understand. Like I get it in terms of because the way they've been playing now. But
Hmm.
it's just like I think they'll make it to the playoffs. And I think, they'll have a good shot to maybe make it past one round. But I just don't see them going to the Super Bowl only because of the fact that they don't have that one player, especially at quarterback, the most important position, someone that's going to take them literally over the edge. They don't have
Yeah.
that in my eyes, you
I
know?
mean, but they'll it'll still be an interesting team to watch because it's usually teams like that, especially come playoff times. Everything is everything is tight. Um, Pause. But like,
You're a clown, bro. You're a clown. He said pause.
but I mean, seriously though, I mean, it's gonna come. Like I said, you made a great point. I don't know if Mac Jones he gonna have to show me if he can like actually. Cause like I said, I think he just kind of been game managing, and it's been working out for them. That's fine. You know, not turning the ball over, going for what 250, some slight maybe a touchdown or two a game, nothing crazy, and then the defense doing their job. It's gotten them this far, so we'll see what happens come playoff
Yeah,
time.
I think the game's gonna be good tonight for sure. I mean, it's gonna be a little tough because it's like 50-mile-per-hour winds in Buffalo right now. It's like snowing heavy, so this game is gonna be a little dogfight. But
Mm,
I mean, I think Josh Allen's gonna kind of snap out of the poor play that he's been playing and really
I
show
hope
why
so.
this guy was, like an MVP candidate. You know what I'm trying to say? And kind of moving on to like, I mean, honestly, now that we talk about it and we talk about the Patriots, like, I don't know, we said this in our previous episodes. Like, there's not really one team in the league that we look at and we're just like, oh my god, like they're winning the Super Bowl. They're gonna
Still,
win the Super Bowl.
still,
Still, you know what I'm trying to
yeah.
say? But like, if I was to ask you, like, what team do you think is closest to that for you right now? Like, when it comes to a team that you look at right now that you think can win the Super Bowl, what team is closest to you for that? Obviously, not a for sure answer, but what team do you think can pull it off?
Wow, that's a tough one because originally, and they still might be low key, but I don't know too much now. I mentioned that the Rams are my dark horse candidate and my Super Bowl favorites. Matt Stafford. I mean, I don't really count this week against the Jags. It's the Jags, so
Hmm.
whatever. You supposed to who? Prior to that, he was downhill, turning the ball over like it was nothing. I mean, throwing it straight to players against the Titans, throwing interceptions left and right. Yeah, and I think the Rams still, with all the great players they have, they still have to figure out, how to utilize all their great players. But and it hurts me to say, I mean, I gotta go with Tampa Bay. I got to. At this point, I don't know. I'm really not convincing the Chiefs. And don't get me wrong, the Chiefs have been playing better and they just might have figured it out. I'm gonna give it another
Hmm.
week, but they just might have figured it out because their defense is what was struggling in the beginning. Um, and their defense is, playing very well now, as well as Pat Mahomes starting to settle down a little bit, recognize that he don't got to do too much, make the superstar play every time.
Hmm.
They're getting Tyreek and Kelsey the ball within the offense, all that good stuff. So, but I'm still not convinced yet. I don't know.
No, I
Um,
mean, I agree with you. I agree. Not in the terms of like the Bucks winning the Super Bowl, but in terms of the
who just
Chiefs.
looks
Yeah, like in
right?
terms of like it's kind of a hard decision. But for me, I would probably go with Green Bay. For me, the team that looks at least the most
I
confident
didn't
to
even think
win the
about Green
Super
Ray.
Bowl
Yeah,
right now, to me, is Green Bay. Because,
that's
like we
true.
just talked about, in those intangibles, in terms of what it takes to win a Super Bowl, they
Mm,
have a quarterback that's more than capable of taking them over that top and taking. And they've
right.
honestly, to me, I mean, aside for some games, especially that first game they played against the Saints, I believe, like they've looked the most consistent to me in a sense. Like Aaron
Yeah.
Rodgers literally just came back from a week without practicing and they literally dismantled the Rams. You know what I'm
Ball
trying to
down.
say?
Yep.
So like I think for me they've really been the most consistent in that aspect. So I think like they could very much be the Super Bowl favorites. Now, they're my team coming out the NFC for me. Like the AFC, and I'm not trying to jump on their wagon, but
Such
like
a
I
toss up.
said, I just feel like you can't bet against Patrick Mahomes, especially that he's finding his groove right now. Because think
I
about it,
understand that. Yeah.
this was the first year where I feel like Patrick Mahomes really faced adversity.
Mm,
Like he wasn't doing what he was normally doing the regular season.
definitely. And he gonna grow up because of it. Yeah, he
Yeah,
definitely grew up.
and I feel like the Chiefs like really turned their whole season around. And it's crazy because when they were like, I believe 3-4 or whatever it was, like I still didn't even hit a really a panic button for them because like, bro, they have Patrick Mahomes, literally,
Right.
and they just won like every game after that. And there's really no team in the AFC that I feel like is just. so much consistent or so much better than the Chiefs, I feel like can take them out. Because I would say the Ravens, but Lamar Jackson for me, like I love him. I think he's honestly a great quarterback. I really do. But I just feel like there's certain throws he has to be
He
able
has
to
to.
make.
He's too unpredictable at this point, and that's why I can't say the Ravens. At this point, you just don't know what Ravens you're gonna get,
Yeah.
and that's kind of been the issue with them. I think in the playoffs in the past, they've had successful season. They've kind of had more of a rocky season this year than they have in times past. But even still, come playoff time, I mean, defenses figure them out, and you don't know what Ravens you're gonna get.
Yeah, I
And
just feel like they're gonna go as far as Lamar Jackson goes, as Lamar Jackson takes them.
mm. And
That's
even the
really,
one yesterday against Mark Andrews, I mean, that little straight to the flat, you,
and I
you
mean,
gotta
even though I understand them going for two on that play, like I get it. Look, this game's been back and forth. Let's go for the win.
right.
But I just feel like, look, you got Lamar Jackson. Why not kick the field goal, go to OT, trust your defense, and literally, and you might even get the ball first, and you'll be able to drive down the field and get the touchdown. But like you
Mhm.
said, that little dump down to Mark Andrews, that should have been a pitch and catch. He literally could have walked into the end zone. Like, you know what I'm trying to
Got
say?
to,
Like,
got to complete that, and that's the things in playoff. That's what's gonna count. Little stuff like that that make or break a game, just like it did
literally,
yesterday. So,
literally, and it's just, and it's like they could have been 9-3, now they're 8-4, and it's just tough. But like I said, it's his certain passes that he has to be able to make. He
mhm.
has to, like, and he's too good of a player to not have fixed that part of his game yet. Like, he
Yeah,
has to be able to make those passes. Like, and I'm not sitting here saying I'm a quarterback and I can make those passes, but bro, like, you're a former
nah, cause
MVP.
you not,
Like, yo,
you not.
relax. You're a former MVP. Like, you got to be able to make those throws. You got to be able to make those passes. And I think he's gonna be able to eventually in his career, because there's gonna have to be a point where it's like, okay, bro, like, I gotta figure this part of my game out.
That point's about now. I thought it should have been last year, but it's definitely gonna
But
have to
it's
be after this
crazy.
year.
That's you know
Yeah,
what's scary about it? Like, the Ravens are still a very good team, even when Lamar has not even reached like his. To me, I feel like this is not even the best version of Lamar we've seen. Like, I really think it's crazy to say that because he's
I would
won
agree.
MVP, but I'm like, bro, he's still missing the same little throws that he's normally made. But I really genuinely think, like, once he
Well,
figures,
early on in the season, especially around the time we had that 400-yard game, I would have said this is the best Lamar Jackson we have
yeah,
seen.
but that's what you
But
can't do that for one game.
yeah,
You got to be able to do that for a couple games. You got to be able to do that. Like, the only reason you losing games shouldn't be because you're missing little throws. It got to just be because, look, the other team's better than you. I just
right.
I can't sit here and say I don't think the Steelers are better than them. I just think you just missed a lot of throws, and the Ravens left up
Agreed.
a lot of points. They left a lot of points on the board.
I mean, they getting bailed out. I mean, he threw 4 interceptions against the Browns, still got the dub. I don't
That's
know.
what I'm saying. Like, it's just like it. I don't know. It's weird, but even other teams that I want to talk about. Look, let's talk about my Dolphins. Like, look, I'm not gonna lie. Like, a lot of people have been saying they don't think the Dolphins formula is good. They don't think the Dolphins are good. But people don't understand. Like, Tua did not play about 2-3 games, and since he came back, them boys
Them
have been
boys
on
a
like
little, them boys a little hot. I ain't gonna
they've been
lie.
on a 5 game win streak. Like, and
I
I
ain't
do
gonna
sit
lie.
here and wonder. I'm like, damn. Like, it's like if I was asking, like, do you think if Tua didn't miss those 2 games, do you think the Dolphins have a playoff chance?
No, no, I don't.
Are you
I don't.
serious?
I do not. I don't. I'm sorry. I don't. I
Why
don't.
not?
Even with Tua, the Dolphins still have about as much of a playoff chance as my Lions do. And shout out Lions. Hey, for those
Don't
listening, I got on the
ever in
shirt
your life
tonight.
say that again.
Got on the shirt today. Shout out my
You got
Lions
your first win in what?
for getting that dub
What
yesterday.
is it? Week 11, week 12.
Battle tested. Hey, we on the
You
come up
got your
now. We on the
first
come up.
dub, and I know you did not just compare the Dolphins with the Lions. Like, come on, be
I'm
realistic.
saying, I'm saying either way, they were not going to be playoff contenders in my eyes
But they
from
just
the jump.
won 5 straight when Tua came back.
That's fine. That's fine. And we won yesterday. It doesn't mean
One
anything.
game.
I get that. I understand, but I'm saying
You
I
won
don't
one
see it.
game
I don't see it. I
on a
don't.
on a 4th and 2. Like, you were
I
literally
don't.
one incomplete pass away from being
Yo,
0
yo,
and 11
yo. That's
and
fine
one.
though.
My fault. You guys had a tie.
That's fine though. That's fine though. We still got the dub. Anywho, moving on. Shout out Lions. Shout out Dan Campbell. Shout out Jared Goff. Anywho, Dolphins in my eyes, even with Tua. Now maybe down the road. Honestly, I'm not even convinced yet that Tua, they shouldn't have got rid of Tua. Still, I'm not convinced yet. I'm just
You're
keeping
not
it being.
convinced on Tua yet.
No,
He has the
I'm not.
best.
And
He
I
has the
and
best
I don't
pass.
think
He had the best passer rating this week going into Monday, going into
that's fine.
tonight.
That's fine. That's fine. I'm still not convinced. And I don't, and truthfully, I don't think the Dolphins organization is fully convinced. Still. So, you know, hey, they on a
I
little
mean,
win
look.
streak right now, but
I
nah,
think.
I
Look.
don't
I
think
think I'm on the Tua train. I think Tua is
well,
the
you're a little
solution.
partial. You're a little
I
partial.
think Tua is the answer for the Dolphins. I
The
think
answer.
Tua, yes,
Wow.
the
Oh
answer,
wow.
the solution.
Oh wow.
He he's gonna be the conclusion. He's going to
Oh,
be
oh my.
everything. Like
Hmm,
I think Tua is the answer for the Dolphins. The
that's
Dolphins just have
interesting.
to put the pieces around him. Like you gotta understand too. Another thing, like that you don't understand. Like it's so much harder for Tua to really be Tua. Our run game is terrible. It's terrible. Like I'm
Agreed.
gonna ask you, like, who's our running back? I'm asking you. Do you know our running back?
Oh my God.
Exactly. That's my point. Like,
It's not. It's not.
no.
It's not Gaskin, is it?
Here's. I think it is Gaskin. Like
Miles Gaskin. Yeah.
that's my thing though. That's my thing though. Like, and still
He
to
on my
this day,
fantasy bench. He on my fantasy
I
bench.
don't
That's
know
what he
why
said.
the Dolphins did not draft. Like, the Dolphins had a chance to get Najee Harris in the first round
Hmm.
and get a position that we needed, running back, and they did not draft him. To this day, I still don't understand. Like that's probably one of the like I don't get why they don't do that. Like
Well, they saw a lot of. Jalen Waddle had the whole
no,
next
we got
Tyreek
no Jalen
kid.
Waddle's fine. Like we got him with the fifth pick. That's fine. Like
Hmm.
I didn't have a problem with that. Like or
All
six,
right,
whatever pick we got. But we had another pick in the first round. I think we got Jalen Phillips,
you did.
and
You're
that's
right.
not sitting here saying that he's bad. But I feel like our defense was already good. Yeah, he helps our defense more, but
It was okay. It was
our defense
okay.
was already good. Our defense was already good. We have
All
one of
right.
the best. We had one of the best defenses in the league. I feel like our problem wasn't really the defensive end, but it was just more so the offensive end. So now, if
Mhm.
you're able to get a dominant run game and you have a good passing game, that makes it so much easier. You think defenses are fully run committing when Miles Gaskin's in the backfield? Not trying to disrespect him, but let's be real
A little
here.
disrespectful. A
Let's
little
be real here,
disrespectful.
though. Let's be real. Off defenses are not. Oh my gosh, Miles Gaskin's in the background. We are fully run committing. No, they're not doing that. He's not Derrick Henry. Like, so that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like the Dolphins. I think we need a running. That's really what I feel like is the last piece. A running back. Get a running back.
Running back or not, the Dolphins will continuously be mid. It's
Okay,
just like that. I'm
you're
sorry.
ridiculous. You're ridiculous. You're ridiculous. Hair's gonna hate. And he has on the Lions jersey, and he's talking about the Dolphins are mid, but that's none of my business. It's really better off that you
Whoa,
guys.
whoa, whoa,
It's really
whoa.
better off that you guys stay winless, like so you can get the number one pick. It's really
Listen,
winless.
all we needed. No, 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 no. We're still gonna get the number one pick. Don't get us wrong. But we had to get a dub.
But even though, like,
Had to get the
what do y'all
dub.
need? What do you guys need?
What do we need? You don't understand.
I'm
Listen,
asking you, what do you need?
what do we need? We
Like,
need
what's
a
gonna
D.
stop y'all from going
Okay, okay. We need a
16?
DN, which we will get with the number one overall pick when we get Thibodeau out of Oregon.
Yeah, he's
All
legit.
right. And then we need receivers. Simple.
Yeah.
And we need Jared Goff to play like he did on Sunday. Shout out
So
Jared.
you okay? I'm asking this Lions fan right now. So do you believe in Jared Goff? Should I call this dude Garrett? I don't even know his name. Jared Goff. Do you believe in him?
Do I believe in him?
Yes. And
I
that's your
believe in him
answer.
right now. Right now.
He
Right
believe in him
now, yes,
consistently.
yes. After last week, after what he just did on Sunday, I believe in him. If you ask me before that, no, I don't. I want to get rid of him. But we're on a 1-game win streak, so
And
I believe.
that's gonna be your last one of the season. You're sick. Like
It's not him.
that's
You know
but
what? We need to. We need to have a podcast where we just dedicate to talking about the Lions. I'm
I
not gonna
will
get off track talking about it, but
I would never do
let's not disrespect the Lions now. But we
that.
gonna
What are
move
we
on.
gonna talk about? We're gonna talk about what they could have done to lose even more. That's what we're gonna sit there and talk
We're
about.
gonna talk about how great the Lions are. You know what? Chris Collinsworth was talking
You're a
about.
delusional Lions fan. You
Chris
guys you
Collinsworth
got
was
one
just talking
win.
yesterday, Sunday Night Football, about how tough the Lions were. And I said, you know what, Chris? You a good man. Because he knows what he's talking about. He knows what he's talking about. Anybody
Is
who
that
watches
so?
the Lions game knows that we have been in every game except when we got blew out by the Eagles. And that was just because a couple of dudes had the flu that week. You know
Oh,
what I mean?
speaking of the Eagles, do you think the Eagles like right now are gonna have like a quarterback battle? Because Gardner Minshew really just balled out last week. Like, let's not forget about that. Like, so do you think
Hey,
the Eagles right
That
now?
Minshew, no. Jalen Hurts is undeniably the quarterback for the Eagles. He is the
Okay,
quarterback of the future. That is what it is. It don't matter
okay,
what
I'm just
Gardner
making
do.
sure because
It is interesting though.
I ain't gonna lie.
Listen,
Like, I
I
didn't
knew
watch
he's
the
gonna ball
game.
out.
I didn't watch the game. I just looked at the stat. I see Gardner Minshew. Whoa, hold up. I said that boy was gunslinging at me. I was like, wait, what?
Hey, boy, boy, it was hype. I'm not even gonna cap, but
Yeah, that's
nah.
why I was like, so like when Jalen gets back, is this going to be a quarterback battle or
Hey,
are the
hey,
Eagles all
I
in?
sign him. Sign him at Lions. Sign him at the backup. Make him,
He
make.
always do this though, cause he did the same thing with the Jaguars. I remember he came in one game, like he subbed in, balled balled out, and then
Boy
he
got
got
the
the starting
starter.
job. He got the
Yep.
starting job, and he just laid an egg. Like
Flop.
he was washed. I think he's just a really good backup. Like I think that's what he needs to be. I don't
And
think
he might be, and that can work for any team.
that's what I'm saying. I don't think Gardner Minshew is a starting quarterback in this league. I think he just is a really good backup that'll come in and do his job.
Yeah, he might not.
That's
It
really.
might be too much pressure for him.
But to kind of go into like our last NFL topic,
Mhm.
so I know we have this conversation a lot, and like, so right now, because we say this every week, right now, like,
All right.
who's your MVP right now in the league in the NFL? Who's your front runner for MVP right now?
Run for MVP. Well, before Derrick Henry got hurt, I would have said Derrick Henry, King Henry. But now, it's probably even still with the up and down play, it's probably still between Tom and Matt Stafford.
I agree.
I'm gonna give it to Matt Stafford because that's my guy. Um,
I agree.
but
And normally like I'm not trying to say like I'm against Tom Brady, but normally
uh,
I usually pick against him. But I'm not gonna lie, he leads
I
the
mean,
league in pass.
who else?
He
Who
leads
else
the league in
really?
passing yards right now. He leads the league in total pass touchdowns. So I mean he's at 44 or 66, whatever age he
Whatever he
is.
is, shoot.
Tom Brady is still out there slinging that ball like he's 21. So I gotta give it to him. Like I think Tom Brady would be my front runner for MVP for real though. He's been balling, and I ain't even gonna
No,
cap. Like
I would agree. I'd agree.
he's been balling. But let's to kind of move on from NFL to some NBA topics.
Ooh.
This is a question, like not really a question, but more of like a statement. And I haven't really seen a lot of people talk about this a lot. So this is kind of why it just intrigued me.
Mm-hmm.
So you know how obviously how James Harden started with KD and Russ, and he was kind of that third option. You know what I'm trying to
Yeah.
say? And he
Yeah.
came
Yeah.
out and he became James Harden. Do you think? And this is crazy, but do you think like that Jordan Poole has a chance not to be James Harden, but to be kind of like that if he was to leave his team, if he was to leave the Warriors and get his own team? Do you think he has the abilities to do that?
That's tough. That's tough. And I'm not a big Jordan Poole guy because he from Michigan. I'm a Michigan State fan, so get into that whole thing. Whatever. But truthfully, I mean, after watching him this year, bro, and that's why it's hard to tell if it's just within like the confidence he has within the flow of the offense or whatever, or the freedom that he has. Maybe it's like no pressure, so Steve Kerr kind of just giving him that green light to do that, to be that second guy for the Warriors. But man, he's a bucket getter, bro. Like he gets buckets, whether it's in the flow of the offense whether it's off the ISO. You can tell like parts of his game that he's picked up from Curry in terms of like his off-ball movement, um, pulling up from three, just everything. His finishing ability, his handles. I don't know. He gets a bucket, bro. So if he were to have his own team, just from what he looks like right now, he could be like that James Harden type to like finally venture off and just get buckets and be that dude.
No, and I agree. I
Yeah.
agree with you. Like, look, and I'm not just trying to
And
be
that
like,
hurts me to
oh,
say.
like I'm not just trying to be
Mhm.
like, oh my gosh, like he's hooping right now, and like that's why like we're on the wagon. No, like Jordan Poole, when you watch him play, he
He
has a
gets
pro
buckets,
type, like
bro.
he plays like a pro. He doesn't play like someone that's just, jacking up shot. No, like he
Right.
plays the game the right
Like
way.
you can tell when
Yeah,
players just like hot and they hooping.
yeah. Like
He
he
plays
plays
like, yo, I do this. Like,
yes, Jordan Poole plays the game the right way. Like he's smooth. He's very crafty. The way that he like
mm,
moves, like he just looks like he belongs. And to me, it's like, bro, you're averaging 18 points a game with Steph Curry and Andrew Wiggins as obviously like the right now the top two guys in the team.
right.
Like, and that's kind of crazy because the way that the Warriors play, although they play through Steph, a lot of people get touches on that team. And to even
Facts.
be averaging 18 points is really ridiculous to me. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, it's
Yeah.
kind of nuts if you think about it. Obviously, when Clay gets back and they're gonna move him to six man, like I think like obviously his numbers are gonna kind of drop. But the fact, like, I feel like that he's proved that, look, bro, like, I'm a bucket. Like, there's games where Steph, like, there was a game, I think it was the first time they played the Suns. Steph shot like 5 for 21. And Jordan Poole had like 28-30 that game. And I'm sitting there like,
It
that's
does,
against
yeah.
the Suns. Literally, arguably what? The second best team in the West, like at least record wise, the second best team in the
That's
league.
facts. I think he had like 15 in the first quarter
Yeah,
too. I
so I'm
mean,
like, bro, like that's
God,
not. And bro, it says what, his third year in the league. Like he's young, you know what I'm trying to say? Like he had a
yeah, he's
rocky
hooping. He's
start his
hooping.
first two seasons because obviously the Warriors, they were without Steph and they were a
Mm,
little bit washed. But like, and I get it too. It kind of makes your life a lot easier when you're playing with Steph. You know what I'm trying to say? Like Steph gets quadruple team, triple team, like
right,
double
right.
team. But still though, like I really do think that Jordan Poole, like if he were to leave the Warriors, let's say his contract's up and he leaves the Warriors and goes
Mm.
to his own team, I'm
Which
like
I
I
don't
said,
think he will, but yeah.
yeah, I don't, but I just think like he has that ability to be that James Harden type player, not in the
Mm.
sense of playmaking, but in the sense of just like being
Like
that
veering
guy.
off and getting
Yeah,
buckets.
for
Yeah.
sure. Honestly, he really like if you really think about it, like Jordan Poole for me gives me like Bradley Beal vibes. Like not in a he's not Bradley Beal. Not saying he's Bradley Beal, but in terms of scoring ability and
Mm.
volume,
Just smooth and crafty. Yeah.
because Bradley
And
Beal's
getting
just
buckets.
a bucket. You know what I'm trying to say?
Mm-hmm.
He's not like a playmaker. Like not saying he can't play make, but he's just a bucket. And that's really what Jordan Poole is just doing. He just gets buckets. You know what I'm trying to say? Like he's smooth, he's crafty. And to
Yeah.
me, that's the best comparison that I can have. You know what I'm trying to say? So, but I mean, other than that too, like speaking of Jordan Poole, another question I want to ask you, since Jordan Poole is kind of a guy that's like under the radar, but I'm not gonna put him in this list that I'm about to name.
Mm.
But if I had to ask you, like, who are your top three underrated players in the league?
Top three underrated players.
Top three underrated players in the league right now.
Top three.
Yeah.
I'd probably go one. I go Anthony Edwards. Two. Two. I go Hero.
Okay.
Three. Underrated.
Underrated.
Three stuff. Three stuff. Three. I g- three. I'ma go, and this is probably going. It's probably gonna be a little interesting. Three.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Sabonis.
I agree with that. I agree with that. And a lot of people like I seen
I'm a good
something like
Sabonis. Mm-hmm.
a lot of people were like, I seen this person had this one take. They said like that Sabonis was overrated. And I'm like, bro, what? I was like, overrated
Not
for
at
what? Like
all.
at all.
Not
Like
all. At
no one
all.
talks about him. Like he was an all-star last year and nobody talks about him.
At all.
He
And
Sabonis
on
is
any given night, the crazy part is on any given night, he will give you a triple double from
yep,
the center position.
yep,
And it will fly under the radar like it was
yep,
nothing.
yep. Literally. Literally, bro. Like he's literally like and it's really ridiculous. Like he's literally a walking double double. Walking double double, no question.
Easy.
No question.
Easy.
But if I was like my top three underrated players, and when I say underrated, I mean like just in a sense like the media doesn't really talk about them, but more so
Mm-hmm.
like they're just not the talk of the media. You know what I'm trying to say? Like people
Yeah.
sleep on them. So like my top three underrated players, I'd probably have to start with Colin Sexton. I feel like Colin Sexton is so disrespected. Like Colin Sexton is a walking bucket, but
Agreed.
people treat him like people be saying, "Oh, like him and Darius Garland." Where I'm like, bro, Colin Sexton's a
Like he
bucket.
didn't average 22 plus last
He's a
year.
bucket. Number two,
Seriously.
I would probably go Malik Monk. I think Malik Monk is heavily underrated. I really do think like if you really watch him with the Lakers, he's a bucket. It's just he's on the Lakers.
It's debated. It's debatable. It's
Yeah,
debatable, but
for
I
sure.
almost give you that.
And
It's debatable.
number three, I mean, you may say like he's not really underrated because like people know about him, but I still feel like he's disrespected sometimes. Is DeMar DeRozan? Like I feel like DeMar. I mean, when he was with Toronto, obviously he kind of got that respect. But I feel like
Mm.
after like he left Toronto and he went to San Antonio, people tried acting like he was like cheeks, and I'm like, bro, he still is averaging
Yeah.
20 plus. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? And even now, people are starting to like reckon because he's just like he's on the Bulls, and the Bulls are a fun team to watch. So like now people are like
Nah.
respecting him, but I would say like he's pretty underrated because like no one's ever gonna like when you
I give
start.
you that. I don't know if I would say. I don't know if I would say give him like the typical underrated, but I
Yeah,
would say people don't talk. Like he's the fourth leading scorer in the league right now. I don't think it's being, and I think just because the Bulls even
yeah.
still ain't coming from the Spurs that they ain't, still ain't on him
Zach
like
LaVine
that.
was
But
underrated for a while, but he got his. He's starting to get his respect. He got his all-star in
facts.
the last. He was underrated for a while too.
That's
But
facts.
yeah, I put Colin Sexton on there for show because it's like, bro, like people really size him. Like he's not a bucket. Like Colin Sexton's a
Mm.
bucket.
He
It's
is a
just
bucket.
he plays on Cleveland. Granted, Cleveland's playing good this year, but he's hurt. I'm pretty sure he's done for the season now. But like before that, bro, when
So
he was,
who would you say more underrated? Anthony Edwards or Colin Sexton?
I don't think Anthony Edwards is underrated though, because I think like people know like he's good. Like he's a like Sports Center posts this dude every other
I know
day.
people know that he's
Like
good,
like
but
I knew
Anthony
Anthony Edwards
Edwards,
like last year. That dude had like I'm pretty sure like 340 pieces. I was like, yo,
bro,
this
I
dude.
feel like no, but I feel like Anthony Edwards is underrated because he's not just like people think. I feel like when they think of Anthony Edwards, they be like, nah, yeah, he's tough, like he's solid. But bro, Anthony Edwards, I think he's averaging like 23 right
He's
now.
nuts. He's
He's
actually nuts.
nice, bro. And it's
He's
not just
actually
like the
nuts.
highlight plays that they be showing on Sports Center where he
I,
just be,
yeah,
you know,
he's actually like I
putting
feel
people
like
in body bags.
a lot of people look at him and they're just like, oh, this guy's just like a high flyer,
A freak athlete, yeah, type
He's
thing.
actually a bucket.
Bro, he gets buckets. His shooting's improved. He
I
he gets to
also
the
do
cup like,
think like
yo,
people really like not say they disrespect him, but they don't really like prioritize because it's like he's in the same draft class as Lamelo, and I'm not gonna cat like
that's
Lamelo's
fact.
balling. Like it's like
He's hooping.
that's really nuts. Like cause like you can't even look back and be like, oh, they should have gave that rookie of the year to Anthony Edwards, and then you look at Lamelo, you're like, bro, he's actually like Lamelo's.
But that's the thing, though. That's why I'm saying he's underrated, bro. Even last year, and let's just keep it a bean. Anthony Edwards should now. If you ask me, I'd have gave it to Lamelo because Lamelo's just like that, bro. And he's tough to me.
Yeah, he is.
But should he have won Rookie of the Year? No. He played
Probably
less
not.
games, and
Probably not.
Anthony Edwards averaged 18 points a game.
Mm-hmm.
And he didn't win, bro, because of just like the hype. And that's what I'm saying.
It's the narrative though. I mean, I feel like it's just because like Lamelo was already hooping before he got hurt. Like
Exactly.
Lamelo was gonna run. If Lamelo played like the whole year, it wasn't even going to be a debate. Like he was going to run away with it because LaMelo
I
was
think it still would have been close.
not as close as we was like when it started getting towards the rewards at the end. I really genuinely
Yeah,
didn't know who was going to win, but like if LaMelo played the whole season, I kind of be like, yeah, LaMelo's probably gonna get that. I'm not gonna cap, but like it's just
he's nice.
those are just two great picks, and I feel like those they no one. I think those picks were perfect where they were at because I feel like those players complement their team
They do
the best,
perfectly.
the
Yeah,
best, literally. So I mean, that's my actually. Since we're speaking about Charlotte, I think I'm going to take like one of the most underrated players now that I think about it, and I left off the list is Miles Bridges.
easily. I mean, but he's gonna be he
Miles
should be most
Bridges
improved player.
is one of the most underrated players in the league, and I can't believe I forgot that. Like Miles Bridges is honestly like when I used to see him, I used to think he's just a freak of nature, athletic, honestly like a Zion vibe. Like, bro, you just dunk everything, bro. His shooting has improved.
He's nice.
Honestly, he's a way better. He's a good playmaker. Like he had like what 32 against the Hawks last night, like on like 11 for 15 shooting, 4 for 4 in
Yep.
the fourth quarter. Like Miles
Averaging 20
Bridges,
plus right now. Yep.
he's legit. He's one. He's underrated. He is so underrated, bro. And it's just like I feel like because we talk about Lamelo so much, I'm like, bro, like, dude, does anyone not see what Miles Bridges is doing right now? I'm pretty sure he's
That's
averaging more
facts.
points than
And
Lamelo right now.
a lot of the wins this year, Miles Bridges has been a leading scorer. I mean, Lamelo's been doing his thing too. Don't get me wrong,
Yeah,
but Miles has been eating.
and it's crazy because it's like you got
Shout out
Gordon.
MSU. Shout
You
out
got
Michigan
Gordon
State.
Hayward on there too. Though I feel like Gordon Hayward should be getting buckets too, like way more than. I mean, I'm not really sure what his averages are this year, but I feel like he's like inconsistent. Gordon Hayward's just inconsistent. Like he'll have a game like that dude will drop like
Gordon
30.
Hayward is mid.
Yeah, he's overrated.
He's mid now. I
He's
don't even know if
overrated.
he's overrated. I don't know if he's fairly rated. I don't know what he is. I just think at this point in his career, I think he's
Yeah.
mid. I saw someone on Twitter saying they were saying like who was better, Spencer Dinwiddie or Gordon Hayward, and people was like, bro, it's not even close. Gordon Hayward, and I'm like,
What?
it's a lot closer than you think.
Spencer Dinwiddie is actually disgusting.
It's a lot closer than you think,
You are
bro.
tripping. He's actually disgusting. Like
Yeah,
sometimes
because
I sit
Gordon's
here and
not
think
like that
about
no
it.
more.
Like since we starting to speak about Spencer, I said Spencer, Spencer Dinwiddie. Like I'm not gonna lie to you, and it's really crazy, but the Nets could be having a Warriors type season or even better if
If
they
we
did
had
not
Spencer.
trade for James Harden and Kyrie was playing. Cause then
Mm,
think about it. Them boys would have kept Jared Allen. Jared Allen, who is being having a monster season with the Cavs.
sure
Them
is.
boys
I
would
thought
have,
they never. That hurt me when they traded them.
bro.
That hurt me.
Boys would have kept Spencer Dinwiddie. Boys would have kept was it Torian Prince? I believe. I'm not even sure, but
Mm.
and I'm sitting there, Karis LeVert. Like, bro, the
That's true.
Nets
But
really,
but they saved Karis LeVert's life, with that trade. So let's cut him
but
some slack.
like, I mean, yeah, but it's like, bro, like,
They could have, but they knew what they were doing when they did that. They knew they were sacrificing deepness for James Harden at the time, who, by the way, is no longer James Harden.
who
Trade
is
him.
he? Who is he?
Trade.
Is James
Trade.
Harden a top 10 player in the league right now?
No,
You're crazy.
no. The answer is
You're
no.
nuts.
The
You're
answer
nuts.
is no.
You're nuts. You're nuts.
Hey, 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 Kyrie, if you
Nuts.
out there, come
You're
back, because
nuts.
Kevin needs you.
I don't
Because he's
care.
only
I don't care how he's
the
playing.
only.
Like James
Is
Harden.
this mic on?
No, name.
Is this
I
mic
don't
on?
care. Don't take no break. Name 10 players right now better than James Harden. Right
Is this
now.
mic? Is this
Just
mic on?
name
Is
10
this mic
players.
on?
Are you gonna name 10 players better than James Harden right now?
James, I want to make this pretty clear.
Can you
James
just
Harden
name exactly?
right now is not a superstar. You heard it.
Okay, name 10 players better than him right now.
10 players better than him. All right,
Right
let's
now.
go.
Right now. Don't take no break. Just
Ja,
name them.
Ja, Luca, Curry, Kevin, Giannis, let me get DeMar, Zach Levine. Um, I'm just thinking of straight superstars. Shoot.
Need about what? 3 more?
What I need? What I need? 3 more. Who else I say?
LeBron?
Whatever. Bron. Fine. Bron. Like I'm never
Did you
gonna
say
put
Luca?
I never. Yeah, I said look. I said look already.
Steph.
AD. I'm taking AD. I already said Steph. I'm taking AD over him.
Trey.
What? Yes. I'm taking Embiid over him. I mean, bro, I'm taking PG. I'm taking PG over him. Easy. Quit playing. I'm taking Jordan Poole over him. All them underrated.
Whoa!
Hey, all them underrated players that we just
Relax,
mentioned. Right now, I'm
relax,
taking them. I don't
relax,
care.
relax,
I don't care.
relax. I know we
James
was
Harden.
comparing Jordan Poole and James Harden, but Jordan Poole's not better than James Harden. Now, relax,
James Harden
relax.
is averaging the most disgusting, and I mean the most disgusting 21.99 I've ever seen in my life. It's disgusting.
Relax. This dude said
It's
Jordan Poole.
disgusting.
You're a
I
nut.
don't care.
You're a
I
nut.
want him gone. Kyrie, whenever your football league ends, come back. Come
Kyrie's
back.
not coming back,
Come back, please.
bro. He posted a
Kevin needs you.
he
He
posted a
needs
picture.
help. He needs you.
He posted a picture of him with shackles on his head, but he's the one keeping the shackles on. So, like it's like I put handcuffs on, right? And I'm saying I'm handcuffed, but I have the key in my hand and I don't unlock it, and I'm saying I'm handcuffed. He has the key to take them shackles off. You know what I'm saying? I get it. I respect his decision, but I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. If he hasn't came back by now, dude is
He's
not going back.
coming back.
Dude
He's
is not
going
going.
to. Kyrie will come back. They just have to give him time.
Kyrie gonna come back. Kyrie gonna come back when the Hornets win the championship. When is that gonna
He
happen?
gonna come back. He gonna come back out
When
the
is that gonna
blue.
happen?
He not even gonna announce it. All they gonna do is they gonna see him. He finna get vaccinated on the
Woj gonna
low.
announce it. Woj got ears everywhere. I bet you Woj get that.
Nah,
I bet you Woj
Even
get that
Woj not
report.
gonna know this one.
I bet you Woj get that report the minute Kyrie got that needle in his arm.
Reports say Kyrie currently at
Bro,
CVS.
have you seen some reports
Look,
that said that Damian Lillard said that he wants to play with Ben Simmons?
he said that.
Yeah, like those are pros saying that he said that. Like, do you think Ben Simmons and Damian Lillard would work? Like they would trade
I
CJ for
do.
him.
I do. I don't think I think it's proven that Damon CJ can't play together, and I've been thought that. As much as a bucket as they are, I don't think so. I think Ben Simmons would actually be better. He's a better defender. And with Dame, even though he's not,
So Dame will play the two.
no, he wouldn't.
What are you gonna do? Put Ben Simmons on the wing? He can't shoot.
I
Ben
put him at
Simmons
the
your point
four.
guard.
I put Ben Simmons at the
He
four.
doesn't play the
He's
four. He's the point
It
guard.
doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
That's
I
not
mean,
gonna
if he's
work.
playing on the Trailblazers, you
That's
still
not
give him
gonna
the
work.
opportunity to
That's
what?
not gonna
Get the
work.
rebound and go
That's
in
not gonna work.
transition,
That's not gonna
bro.
work, bro.
Pick and
Ben Simmons
rolls,
at the four is not gonna work.
pick and rolls with
It
Dame
should
and
work.
Ben Simmons
It should work.
would work.
It should, but because of who Ben Simmons is, that's
It would
not
work.
gonna work.
It would.
It's
It
not.
would.
That's like saying
Chauncey getting the boy right.
80 at the five would work, but for some reason he don't want to play the five. He'd be scared. So like
Yeah,
I
I
just
mean,
think Ben Simmons is not
that's
gonna play
street
the four.
clothes. That's street clothes.
Ben, no, LeBron is street clothes at this point. Goodness. The way LeBron missed about 20 games already. LeBron's street clothes. It's not AD. AD been playing. AD missed like one game this year.
My God,
But like no,
don't get
like
me started on him.
I just think like Dame would just have to play the two. If the Portland
No,
Trailblazers were to get Ben
you gonna
Simmons,
put Ben Simmons at the one? What are you
he
doing?
plays the one. He's a point guard. He's the point
I don't
guard.
care. I don't care.
Point guard
That's
that
not
can't
how. But
shoot.
that's not how he should be. Dame at
But
the
that's what
one.
he is.
I will put Ben Simmons at
That's
the
why I was
four.
surprised when Dame said that. I was like, okay. I mean, if you're okay with moving to the two,
He gets the defender, and somebody else gonna go to the
if
basket.
they
No,
put Ben Simmons at the two, them
I
boys are
mean,
winning.
okay. Ben
They're
Simmons
winning
at
20.
point guard.
They're winning 20 games max. If the Portland Trailblazers put Ben Simmons at the two, they're winning 20 games max.
Uh,
He can't shoot. They're just gonna
I
double.
said at the
They're
four.
literally
At the
the
four. I
reason.
would not
No,
put
the
Ben Simmons
one
at the
work.
two. I would
No,
put him at the
because what are
four.
you gonna do? Like he's just gonna clog the paint. You're gonna have two big men in the paint that cannot shoot.
No.
He can't go to this wing.
I will
You
put him at
need
the four.
honestly him at Ben Simmons at the one is the best case for that because like one you got Dame at the two, so literally you can't help on him. You can't help on him.
What is your logic? What is your logic behind putting someone who can't shoot at the one? Why
So
would you do that?
you're not gonna put him at the four because you're just gonna clog the paint.
So you think it's better at the one?
Yes.
You think
He's a
having him a point guard
facilitator.
that can't shoot,
Ben Simmons is play point. He's a facilitator. That's what
he
he is.
can't shoot
I think he
the
can. This dude
ball.
just that boy. He's just mentally not like
I
you
don't
said.
care what he
He's
does
going
in
through it
Rico Hines.
mentally.
I don't
He's
care what
going
he
through it
does at
mentally.
blacktop runs.
He's going
I
through it
don't care.
mentally. He's going through it right now. He's going through it mentally.
He said, I need help. I'm not in a mental state to do so.
Yeah, he's
They
getting
said,
right.
all right, Ben, what can we do to help you? He said, mm-mm.
He's seeking his own help, and they find him for seeking his own
They
help.
said, fine then, we will help you. He said, no, I'm good. But he told them he can't do it.
You know,
Ben
I
Simmons,
really forgot. Like he really hasn't played yet. Like I really almost forgot about it. Like him and
boy,
Kyrie.
I mean, boy is really ducking. He is really ducking Philly right
I
now.
don't know if he gonna play. I don't even know if he really got some mental.
They
Like if
talking
he's
about
really
some
going through it
reports of him
mentally.
going broke. Like, I don't know what's going on with
I
Ben.
don't really know if he's because like I feel like that's kind of messed. Like if he's just out there like capping,
It's
about him,
not mental, bro.
like that's really
He's
messed up.
ducking Philly
Because
fans,
there's really
bro.
people out there that's NBA players and players out there really going through it mentally.
All
Like, and
right.
if he's just really out there saying, "Yo, I'm going through it mentally just to not play,"
That's so flawed. So it better be
that's
legit. It better be legit. I'm
literally.
not gonna say it's not because hey,
Because I know
if it
Kevin
is,
Love
it
just
is.
came out. Like Kevin Love is really like expressed his mental health and really,
Mhm.
really put prioritize mental health and like he's still out there playing. Granted,
You can tell, yeah,
everyone deals
and
with mental health
that's
differently,
true because
but
anytime you play with Bron, that can affect your brain negatively,
you're a sick man. You're a
and
sick man. You're a sick
that's
man.
just a fact.
You're a
I would
sick
also
man.
have
You're a
issues.
sick man. You're sick. You're sick in the head. Speaking of Braun, this is kind of we're gonna kind of these are like our last couple topics. Like speaking of Braun, man, the Lakers. I don't
Those
even have
Lakers,
words.
Showtime.
I don't even have
Mm,
words. I don't know.
mm.
I really
If
just
we
feel like
could, I wish like during this podcast we could take a break right there and we could go back to the beginning
yeah.
when I first came on and I said the Lakers are not a top 3 team in the
Bro,
West,
they're like 2 games back from third place.
and you told me that I was
Like they're like
insane.
2, 3 games back.
I know what the record is saying, but I want to ask you
But you said top
right
3.
now. I want to ask you a question. I would
Ask
like
it.
to ask you a question,
Ask it.
not in terms of record. Do you think the Lakers are a top 3 team in the West right now?
No, not right now. No, not
No,
right
they're
now.
not. They're not.
Only
Do
because
you
they
think
don't
the
play.
Lakers are a okay? Do you think the Lakers are a top 4 team in the West right now?
No.
No, you don't. Do
uh,
you think the Lakers? Do you think the Lakers are a top 5 team in the West right now?
no.
No, they're not. And that's just what I'm trying. That's just what I'm
No,
trying
but
to get
that's
to, bro.
right now. They're gonna get better. It's just right
Bro,
now they're not. Right now they're not.
bro.
They gotta get better, bro, and it's gonna get better. It's gonna be okay.
Hey, shout out, Frank. Keep doing what you're doing over there,
No, he's
big
the
dog.
worst. He's the worst. He's the problem. He's the problem. He's the issue. Because the Lakers don't play no. Their Lakers problem is like they don't play no defense.
Mhm.
None.
And they ain't got no offense.
They do
Not
have offense.
sustainable.
Relax. They do have
They don't
offense.
have
They
bro.
don't
Have you
play
seen them run their
defense.
offense?
They don't
Have
play
you seen
defense.
their defense is atrocious? But have you
They
seen them
don't
run
play
their
defense.
offense?
Yeah, but it's
Okay.
fine. It's fine. It's
Oh,
okay.
it's fine. All
I'm not
right.
worried about their offense. Russ has cut
Mm,
the turnovers down a little bit. I'm not even worried about that. It's their defense I'm
okay.
worried about.
All right.
What like that's it. Like, why would
Okay.
I be worried? What is even on your head? Let's talk about that.
Okay.
Let's talk
It's
about what's on your
Christmas.
head. Let's talk about that. Why do you have that on your head? Why do you have an
It's
emoji on
Christmas.
your
I'm
head?
feeling the hot. Listen, Lions got that dub yesterday. I'm in holiday spirit.
Maybe that's why you're saying all this blasphemy because you got all that fur on
This
your
is
head and
not.
you can't
This is
think
not.
straight.
This is
I know
not
your head
blasphemy.
feel hot right now. You cannot think straight. That's why you over there just saying all this
Chris,
blasphemy.
it's Christmas. It's Christmas time.
It's
Listen,
not Christmas. It's not even Christmas yet.
the holidays is coming up.
It's not even
I'm in the.
Christmas yet.
I'm in the
Wait,
spirit. I'm in the holiday
don't the
spirit.
Lakers play the Nets Christmas Day?
I. I. I don't know, but I hope so. I sure hope so. I can't wait for that. That is going to be the one of the biggest blowouts. You seen what happened to OKC the other night?
Relax.
It's gonna be somewhat like that. Similar,
Relax.
real close, real similar. I
Relax.
can't wait. Ooh, I just love. I know they be saying that Russ and KD still friends and all, but I know there's still a little animosity there. I love
Yeah,
it. I love it.
Katie wish he was Russ.
I love. Oh, he does.
Katie wish he was Russ.
Brody the Builder.
He ain't been Brody the Builder though. He been straight. He ain't been Brody the
The
Builder.
Builder.
He
Yeah,
ain't been Brody the Builder right now.
yeah.
He been hooping for real, for real.
Maybe
But
next podcast we'll address
no, but
Kevin Durant winning
our last
MVP.
topic, kind of how we do this every single week. You know, it's kind of like how people have power rankings. It's kind of like our power rankings for the MVP ladder. So, who are your? Give me your top three front runners for MVP right
Easy, easy.
now.
Number one, Kevin Durant,
Okay.
the GOAT.
Okay.
My GOAT. Bad. Number two, Steph Curry, of
Okay.
course. He's doing his thing. Number three, number three. If he keeps playing like he play, PG,
It's like a dark horse.
dark horse. Nah, DeMar's my dark horse. PG is actually a
Mar.
legit MVP. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that DeMar is not a legit, on that MVP ladder. But if you're talking, I like PG.
Um, my top three, my top three MVPs right
Let's
now.
be smart now.
My top three MVPs right now is
Mm-hmm.
going to be Steph Curry, number one. It's not in order. Well, actually, no, I'm gonna put it in order.
It
Steph
shouldn't
Curry at
be.
one. Steph Curry at one.
Hmm.
I'll put KD at two, and at number three, I'm gonna put
Wow.
Giannis. He's averaging a quiet 27, 11, and 6. So
Who cares?
that's what do you mean? Who cares? Like he's a bucket.
Who cares?
Like
Are you
he's
really? Are you really gonna sit here? Are you really gonna sit here and look at me in my eyes and tell me that Steph Curry is a front runner? Because of what? Because of what? Because of what? The numbers?
the best player in the league right now.
Is it because of the numbers? Because KD's averaging more.
Based on current play, Steph Curry's the best player in the league right now. No question.
KD's averaging more
KD is
points, rebounds, and assists.
Katie.
He's averaging more points, rebounds, and
Yes,
assists.
yes. But Steph Curry impacts his team way more than
Shooting 50 plus from the field.
Steph Curry
40
impacts
something from three.
Steph Curry impacts his team more than Kevin Durant does right now.
Who would you say has a better team? Who would you say has a better team right now? The Nets or the Warriors?
Let me ask you a question. If Steph Curry is not on the Warriors are probably a lottery team right now.
If Kevin Durant's not on the Warriors,
You have James
not
Harden.
on the Nets, what are
You
they?
have James Harden.
I'm asking you, what are they right now?
They're still a top 8 team in the league with James Harden. I've watched James Harden literally carry the Rockets to the playoffs. And honestly,
That's not the same James.
Yes, he is the same James. If you literally take Kevin
That's
Durant
not
out
the same James,
take
man.
Kevin Durant out the equation, I bet you he turns into the same James Harden he was in the Rockets.
Then where is he then? Where he at?
Right now, he can't do that right now.
He can't do that right now. He can't do that right now.
But look,
Yeah, we might as well.
Hey.
We might as well just end this show. We might as well just go ahead and end this.
But that was
I'm
it.
not
Hey,
even going.
one, I want to say, appreciate y'all for tuning in. Subscribe to YouTube, follow us on Instagram.
Yeah.
Thank you guys on TikTok for the support. We hit 10K today. Appreciate
10K. Woo woo.
So
we gotta get some sounds in here so we can get like some applause.
Tune in next week. Tune in next week to our podcast. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. We're out.